Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about Texas and a list. And it's going to be an unusual video that is going to end in a unique way. So, about 5 or 6 days ago at time of filming, which is Monday night, I had a bunch of people send me information and links to other reporting about a report that suggested that the Attorney General's office in Texas had reached out to basically the driver's license bureau there and tried to get the numbers of people who had changed their gender on their driver's license, and said, well, eventually we might need a list of who these people are. Now, there were more than 16,000 entries, so the information, as far as anybody can tell, never actually changed hands, because doing a manual check of why that information was changed would just be too exhausting. So it didn't go anywhere, but the request was apparently out there. Now, normally when I get something that is this wild, one of two things happens. I start to look into it, and I get the context, and I make a video providing that context. The other option is I start to look into it, realize that there's absolutely nothing to it, no big deal, don't worry about it, so I don't make a video. I'm making this one because I don't want anybody to think that's what's happening. The reason I haven't made a video about it is because I don't know anything. I can't find anything out. I started looking into it, but I can't get anywhere. I can't even get an off-the-record answer. But at the same time, I don't really have great sourcing in the Attorney General's office in Texas or at the driver's license place. So it wasn't totally surprising that I couldn't get anywhere. The reason I'm making this video is because nobody else can get anywhere either. Washington Post, NBC, Texas Tribune, nobody has an answer. So right now, what we know is that the Attorney General's office certainly appears to have requested a list of trans people in the state, with no explanation as to why. Them requesting it is concerning. Having absolutely no idea why they wanted it, that's alarming. After this much time with stories being published in the Washington Post, you would think the Attorney General's office would say something. But so far we have nothing. Generally speaking, when a group of authoritarians starts attempting to make lists of people that they have actively othered, it's not a good thing. This is a story that shouldn't go away. The thing is, anybody who's trying to look into this, nobody's going to get anywhere from now until New Year's with it. The story is effectively not going to go anywhere, because basically with the holidays and places being shut down, and then the few days they're going to be open, they're going to be trying to catch up with like normal routine stuff, that there's no way that this is going to really get anywhere until after New Year's, unless somebody has a really good source of their own. So if you happen to have that, now might be the time to get to work. This isn't a story that should be forgot, though. The Attorney General's office needs to explain why it was trying to gather this list, what this list is for, why they were trying to get this information to begin with, what they planned to do with it once they had it, why they thought they might go from just needing the numbers to needing an actual list, why they would want to verify documents, which was another part of one of the email exchanges. There's grounds to be concerned here. And I just don't want the people who sent me this to think it's one of those where I looked into it and there's nothing to it, so just don't worry about it. No, this doesn't need to be forgotten. I don't have the answer, but the answer needs to be found. I'm hoping, and I'm fairly certain, that the Washington Post isn't going to let this go. I'm sure they understand that this is a unique development that needs attention, even though we are going into the holiday season. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.